Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome to the final part of Resident Evil Code Veronica. You can tell it's the end because the final music is playing for the escape sequence, which is to end everything. We've got all our weapons ready for the final battle. But yeah, as Claire said in the previous part, just basically activate the self-destruct system, as is prototypical of all Resident Evil games. And of course, all locks will be released, which seems a bit counterintuitive, because you would have thought that a laboratory dealing with viral research would have wanted to destroy everything and run, on the off chance that, again, either government spies were coming to shut them down, or, like, something would have gotten out and infected the world. Well, then again, this is Umbrella, and again, I wouldn't put it past them to have, like, annual sporting events where they, like, hunt tyrants for sport and going, yes, a parting shot, darling. Yes, rather gentlemanly. But again, use the Dragonfly key to get through there, blast away 2 zombies, and make your way up to the computer terminal to finally activate the self-destruct system, and you'll never guess what the password is. Again, as I believe Colonel Campbell would say, look at the back of the CD case. And at long last, we get to experience the joys of the submachine guns. The late I was about to call him Chris Burnside. The late Steve Burnside allowed us to use this. But yeah, what is the code to activate the self-destruct system? It could only ever be one word. And the word, of course, is the code Veronica. And that's the title of the game. And I mean, besides, being the passcode, it is also, the main reason why all this research happened to begin with, the heir to the Ashford legacy, the, well, progenitor of everything, really, so, yeah, it all ties itself together in the end with all that, symbolism, and history, and mythos, and here we go, things are finally getting ready. By the way, you will never have to fight that zombie down on the bottom floor. Why it's even there, I have no idea. Maybe it's just the lone zombie out for a stroll, or there to tend to the self-destruct system until its dying breath. And we are also given a rather generous time limit, although the final boss fight might tend to kill you quicker than the time limit, so well, let's just be prepared for hell.
You made it!
Of course. Come on, let's get out of here.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, turn the key clockwise simultaneously on 3.
Got it.
One, 2, 3!
Initiating energy injection. Warning. The safety bomb will not be released until charging is complete.
I'll keep her busy. Just go for the emergency elevator.
Chris, but
I can take care of this. Just go.
you have to make it. Don't die on me.
By the way, phase 1 of this boss fight is pretty much a fucking joke. As you see here, she's gonna corner Claire for a second, but again, it's really, it's not even like the previous boss fight. This pretty much just takes one bullet before she starts to mutate into a second form. So again, just fire literally one solitary bullet, she'll fall over, and basically she morphs into a second phase boss fight. And this is also the point where the boss looks its most, Parasite Eve. Which, on a bit of an already off-topic topic, I recently picked up. Parasite Eve 2 specifically. Haven't had a chance to play it yet because I need to get Code Veronica finished, but as soon as I do, it'll be ready. And by the way, notice right then and there that Alexia looks a little bit more like a dragonfly. Yeah, think back to the beginning of the game. Let's rip her wings off. This is without a doubt the hardest part of the boss fight because, again, She can basically weather a lot of hits, but there is a workaround and something that I, well, didn't quite get because I used up all that ammo, and that is the explosive bowgun bolts. The Magnum does also work pretty well here. Again, the submachine guns are also pretty powerful weapons, which is why it's worth saving Rigo to get them, and basically whittling down Alexia's health. She'll basically launch out those tendrils, she'll actually give birth to some of her ant children to try and attack Chris. So, yeah, go to town, unleash your powerful weapons, and heal up on the odd occasion. And again, like, I mean, you should be good. Again, this boss fight does take a bit of preparation, but again, if you do come in unprepared, she can kick your ass, and again, like, her attacks are frequent enough so that you do kind of have to be cautious, because, like, I mean, again, you can get your health whittled down quite quickly, and, that's not an optimal position to be in, so, yeah, just be on your guard. That being said, the music is also at its most parasitic with the I was surprised I could hold that note for so long. But, anyway. And now we get the linear launcher. By the way, I believe if you hack it in via a GameShark code, if you use the linear launcher on Alexia Phase 2, you can pretty much skip this part of the boss fight, but, well again, the third phase isn't really difficult per se. Again, it's pretty much just one shot with a linear launcher, you know, in a similar manner to the Tyrant with Resident Evil 1, but problem is, again, similar to the sniper rifle, you go into a manual aiming mode and, well, Alexia moves around a lot. She can use her venomous spittle to kind of damage you a fair bit, and can be a little bit pish. So, yeah, a bit finagly, but at the same time, if you're patient enough and study your shots, you should get this down in no time flat. So, on that note, I'm Solidus-Skully, and I'll let you watch the victory. Catch you later.
Chris, where are you?
Hey, you know that I always keep my promises.
Chris, promise me. Please promise that you won't leave me alone again.
I'm sorry, Claire, but it's not over yet. There's still something we've got to do.
You mean...
Yeah, it's payback time. We've got to destroy Umbrella. Now, let's finish this once and for all!
And of course, we never would end up getting that game because Resident Evil 4 said that Umbrella stocks crashed because, tee-hee, what a funny joke, and we never ended up getting that game where we took down Umbrella for good. Fuck you, Capcom. Also, this is well again, this ending theme is 90s as fuck, but also feels very anime in a way, like reminiscent of like these late 90s, early 2000s sort of things. But in any case, that was Resident Evil Code Veronica, and one thing I do want to point out is that after the Alexia boss fight, when Chris is making his way back to the hangar bay where Claire's waiting for him, yeah, there is actually also an additional scene with Wesker where he pretty much points out that, ah yes, I've taken Steve's body, which he then proceeded to do nothing with, except for, I think, Darkside Chronicles, which I don't think is actually canon, because it's a reimagining / retelling by Krauser, I think. I don't fucking know. The point is, that was Resident Evil Code Veronica, my favourite game in the series, and you know what, I think I've said pretty much everything I need to say on it. It's got its issues, like, I mean, you can screw yourself over pretty easily if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. The game is a lot more difficult than classic Resident Evil fare, and a lot of the time it can often feel like a game of extra steps, or at least feel very rigidly structured, but I only really feel that's done in a way if you're either not really good at getting a lay of the land, or if, you know, you're playing through the Chris Rockford Island sections, which pretty much give you no choice in the matter so far, so yeah, those are really the only two drawbacks here, because on the other hand, again, the game visually looks pretty nice, I like the way the gameplay is structured, and the fact that it really does build on Resident Evil 2's design and feels very much like the Resident Evil 3 that I think should have been. I mean, granted, I do still like Resident Evil 3 as we know and have it now, but, I don't know. I feel like with a bit of polish in regards to the animations, you know, a bit of refinement with the mechanics and a bit of thought put into the game design, and we would have a really solid game here, and one that I think a majority of the fanbase would end up loving a lot more. Code Veronica's opinion is divisive, but I don't know. It's my favourite game for a reason, and I'll always love it. So, yeah, I suppose in terms of anything else, next time in the Resident Evil universe, I think I might go back and cover the first Resident Evil game, because it's been a significant amount of time since I covered the game in the review I made all the way back in 2014, so it'll be worth going back to the PS1 version. And yeah, it's going to be that version specifically. I don't know what I'm going to do for the 2002 remake, but we'll see. But I mean, in terms of other commentaries we have left, around the Christmas season, well, I'm going to be covering Gex for the PlayStation, so yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. So on that note, I'm Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and I hope you dudes and dudettes enjoy Resident Evil Code Veronica. It's my favourite Resident Evil game, and I hope you enjoyed it too, so catch you next time.